everyone. Welcome to the Broker with the Hat podcast, Courtier avec le chapeau. Bienvenue. I'm Peter Bowering with Sutton Group Centre West, NDG, and Westmount, but I work all over the city, don't worry. Today's episode will deal with what happens after an accepted offer. Getting to an accepted offer, the negotiations, how to get the price you want, the maneuvering, dealing with multiple offers. We'll deal with that in another podcast. But for a lot of my clients, I know that there's a bit of a mystery. Is like, once we have an accepted offer, now what? So the important thing to know is most of the offers will have three important conditions. One is financing, and that's on us as the buyers to prove to the seller that we have the funds to buy the property. Two is an inspection. Normally, we will have 8 days to have the property inspected, and then there's an automatic 4 more days to look at the report. So that gives us a total of 12 days to have the property inspected and be satisfied with it. If there's anything in the inspection that will significantly increase the cost of owning the property, or if there are major repairs, something significant that has to be repaired that wasn't declared in the seller's declaration, then we have every right to withdraw from the promise to purchase. In most cases, however, the buyer would want to still go ahead. So let's say we have a $20,000 surprise that the sellers didn't know and the buyers didn't know. At that point, we might suggest, okay, well, let's have a price reduction of $10,000. So in that case, the sellers are paying for half and the buyers are paying for half. This is not done in a counter offer situation. This is done with an amendment, and there's a place for 4 signatures or whatever. There's a place for the buyers to sign, and then if the sellers also sign, then we have an agreement and we go ahead with the purchase and we waive that condition. If they don't want to sign the amendment to reduce the price, then we can inform them in writing within the 12 days before the deadline is up, and we can withdraw without penalty. The third important condition are documents. When buying a house, it's not necessarily as important, although we can ask for, we'd like to know what the heating and energy costs are, to make sure there's not something weird going on there. We can ask for, if they said, oh, the roof was done 2 years ago, well, let's see that bill so we can see what company did it, and if it's a reputable company, etc., etc. But it really comes more into play when you have a condo. You're buying into a condo, maybe there's 4 units and maybe there's 100 units. There will be a co-property agreement, probably divided, and the rules for the property will be set out. And if there's anything in the rules that doesn't let you live the life that you want to live, then again, we have a right to withdraw. If you've got 2 St. Bernard dogs that are a huge part of your life and you don't want to give them up, you may find out that maybe a small dog might be allowed, but 2 big dogs is just against the rules. And so again, we're not going to force you to buy something where you can't live the life you want to live. So again, we can withdraw without penalty. We also get to look at the financials and the minutes of the meetings, of the general meetings over the past couple of years, and we get to see how the building is run. We get to see what they decide to spend money on, what are they fixing, what needs to be fixed, what might be coming. Maybe the condo fees are $250, but we see in a meeting that next year there's going to be a special assessment of $250 extra on top of, so all of a sudden you're paying $500, and that might last for 6 months. It might last for a couple of years. So those are that's information that we get is invaluable in deciding whether you want to move into this condo. We also get to look at the reserve fund and see if they have funds to take care of these future projects, because there's always going to be ongoing maintenance on any building. Doesn't matter what year it was built. You need to do maintenance and keep everyone's investment in a sound state. So if by looking at how they run the building we don't like the way they do it, they just seem to be incompetent, or they seem, I don't know, just something wrong about it, again, we have every right to withdraw. So so if we've provided the financing and we're satisfied with the inspection, and now we're satisfied with the documents, we can sign a notice of fulfillment and to say that we're waiving these conditions, and now we're just waiting to go to the notary. So hopefully at the notary we'll have a nice time. The buyers and the sellers often meet for the first time, and we go through the process, we exchange keys, and then we celebrate. So that's all for this episode. Look forward to your comments and questions, and contact me in any way that you can, in the multitudes of ways that you can in today's world. And we'll see you next time. Thanks so much.